I found the best 6'6" point guard build in NBA 2K24. With this build, you could do it all. You could get contact dunks, knock down contested threes at a high clip, hawk the lanes on defense and get consistent on-ball steals, and you get all the best dribble moves that a 6'6" can possibly get with the ability to knock down limitless range threes. As you can see on this very build, I dropped 144 points in the rec while shooting 80% from 3. I also have 3 other variations of this build in this video, and I'm also going to be showing you guys the exact dunk animations that I use, my jump shot, and my dribble moves. So make sure that you pay close attention throughout the video, and if you haven't already, hit that like button and hit that sub button so you don't miss a thing. Without further ado, let's jump into it. All right, as you guys can see, of course, we're going 6'6" with a 6'8" wingspan. Now for the weight, I went maxed out at 230 pounds because we're able to get the speed, acceleration, and speed with ball we need with max weight. And I personally like max weight because I like to be thick, so that's just my preference. But if you don't want to be 230 pounds, you certainly don't have to go 230. But like I said, we get the speed that we need and the acceleration and the speed with ball, regardless if we went 230 or not. So that's why I went max weight. Now, as you guys can see for the physicals, go 86 speed with a 71 acceleration, 45 strength with a 78 vertical, and a 96 stamina. Now for the finishing, we're going to go 90 driving dunk, and then we're going to go with a 72 driving layup. After that, you guys are going to want to make sure that you put your stand dunk up to a 45, and then we put 1 point on our post control because once we're at the end of the build, there was nowhere else that we could put attributes, so that's the only reason why we go 26 post control. So as you guys can see, we go 90 driving dunk because we get the gold precision dunker. You also get 2 contact dunk packages once you get to 89 driving dunk with a 78 vertical, but at a 90 driving dunk, we unlock that gold precision dunker. So that's the main reason why we go 90. Now, as you guys can see, we also get gold bunny, Hall of Fame spin cycle, Hall of Fame two-step, and then you also get silver slithery and silver posterizer. So these are really good finishing badges that you get. But again, the main reason why we go 90 driving dunk instead of 89 is for the gold precision dunker. Now for my dunk packages, make sure that you do not select any 2-foot moving dunks except for the contact dunk package, the pro contact dunks off 2. Then for your 1-foot moving dunks, you're going to want to use pro contact dunks off 1, of course. So those are going to be the 2 contact dunk packages that you guys get, the pro contact dunks off 1 and off 2. Now for the rest of your 1-foot moving dunks, as you guys can see, of course, I do have the rim grazers on just because they're hard to block and you want as much variety as possible with good dunk animations. Now, as you guys can see, we got basic one-handers off 1 and basic two-handers off 1. Then we have the athletic one-handers off 1. And then we also have the back scratchers off 1. This is a very good dunk package. It looks like you could get blocked, but trust me, I never get blocked on this package. And it's almost like a quick drops off 1 because there is an animation that takes off from pretty far with the 2 hands. So that's why I go with this dunk package. Now for the hangs, I go with hangs off 1, and then I also go with the athletic hangs off 1. And then for your reverse dunks, definitely put on both reverse dunk packages. Reverses off 1 and baseline reverses off 1. Both are extremely good dunk packages and they're very hard to block. Now for the stand dunks, once you get to a 45 stand dunk, make sure that you put on both of these dunk packages. So that way when you cut to the basket, you're able to stand dunk with ease. And then of course for signature dunks, go with Clyde Drexler. And then the most important is to go with LeBron James, one of the best signature dunk packages you could possibly go with. Now, as you guys can see here, we are able to get stand dunks on this build. And then of course, we're getting contact dunks left and right. You guys see how big the meter was on that contact dunk. And then as you can see right there, we get the LeBron James dunk with the meter as well. So if we're not getting a contact dunk, we're usually getting a LeBron James dunk. And we're able to get these dunks consistently with this build. If the defender is to our side, we are going to be getting a huge meter. If they're in front of you in good position, we're going to get a small meter like you saw in that last clip. So that's pretty much what I'm gauging when I'm going for my dunks. I'm basing it off the defender's position, and you guys can see it is a game changer on this build to have contact dunks. We're able to take a play where we normally wouldn't have a scoring option, and we're able to get a contact dunk. So that's why we go with the contact dunks on this build. They're extremely good, and they completely change the way that you're going to play with this build, which is why I highly recommend going with that 90 driving dunk. I noticed not many people have a contact dunk on their they're 6'6" this year. And really, guys, if you know what you're doing with these contacts, you can see in these clips, I'm able to take a play where there really isn't a scoring option, and I'm able to make something out of it with a contact dunk with the meter. So that's why I went with that 90 driving dunk. And as you can see, we could get put back dunks as well. So I'm telling you, this build is OP. Now, when it comes to the shooting, we're going to max out our 3-point shot at a 92. The reason why we go with that is for the gold Deadeye and the silver limitless range. For our free throw, put this at a 70 and then leave the mid range at a 77. Now, as you guys can see right here, again, we got that gold Deadeye and that silver limitless at a 92 3-point shot. But we also have gold blinders, silver agent 3, gold catch and shoot, gold corner specialist, gold green machine, which is one of the most important badges in the game, gold space creator, and gold guard up. Now for the jump shot, this is my personal jump shot that I've been using since the day that I created this 6'6". We're going Tracy McGrady base. Upper release 1 is going to be Troy Brown Jr. Upper release 2 is going to be Kobe Bryant. And then we're maxing out the release speed, and we're going 48% Troy Brown, 52% Kobe Bryant. Now this is one of the best jump shots, if not the best jump shot in the game. I'm going to show you guys some gameplay with that in a second. Now for the dribble pull-up, I'm using Pro 2, but I also highly recommend Kobe as well. It's really just all preference. Try out Pro 2. If you don't like it, Kobe Bryant has a slightly bigger green window. It's just a little slower. Now for the spin jumper, I like Michael Jordan. Normal is also very good as well. So use Michael Jordan or use normal. For your hop jumper, you got to go with that Kevin Huerter, man. I'm telling you, Kevin Huerter is nasty. It's a very smooth, easy to time hop jumper, and I highly recommend it. Now, as you guys could see, this T-Mac base with the Troy Brown and Kobe, you're able to make some crazy jump shots with this build, with this jump shot. Because you're 6'6", it's much harder to contest you. And then with the Tracy McGrady base combined with these uppers, I'm telling you guys can see I have defenders in my face and I do not care. Takeover or no takeover, I'm pulling it. If I feel like you don't have the ability to contest me, I'm pulling up this jump shot with you right in my face, and I'm knocking it down consistently. Now, if you guys want to see how I'm knocking down consistent contested jumpers, go check out my last video. It's a video breaking down how I knock down contested shots and just how to shoot in general on this game consistently after the newest patch. But I'm telling you guys right now, this jump shot is wet, and it's one of the reasons why I made this build with a 92 3 ball, so I could take full advantage of this jumper. It's a very easy to time, fast jump shot. It's very smooth, and it's really good on the catch and shoot and off the dribble, especially out of these behind the backs. I'm telling you, if I feel like you don't have the ability to contest me, I'm pulling that. You'll see sometimes these defenders will be in my face and it'll still say open just because they're too small. They're not able to contest me on the 6'6". A lot of these jump shots, if I were to take them on a 6'4" or shorter, they would be like a 15 to 20% contested. But on this build, a lot of those jump shots are open, considered by 2K, like that one, for example, right? It said open. If I was on my 6'4", that would have been like probably a 14 to 20+% covered shot. So that's why we go with this jump shot on the 6'6". It's very hard to contest, and we're able to knock down these contested shots consistently. We're really just disrespecting defenders out here. I mean, it's really hand down, man down with this jump shot. There's really not much they can do to stop you. And if you guys look in the top right, you guys can see consistently on every single rec game, I'm really averaging around 50 to 80 points a game with this build. I'm taking off on the break, running routes like a wide receiver, and then I'm pulling it up with you in my face. I do not care. And that's really one of the funnest things about this build, is that you could just pull these crazy shots and knock them down consistently. Now, for the playmaking, of course, I like to run point guard with this build, but if you want to run like hash or like 2 guard with this build, I still highly recommend going with the 92 ball handle. This is so you could get gold speed booster, and so you could get gold unpluckable. Go with 83 speed with ball for the gold hyper drive and the gold speed booster, and then 70 pass accuracy so we can throw consistent dots without throwing bad pass animations. Now, as you guys can see, of course, we also get gold ankle breaker, we get gold handles for days, and we also get silver killer combos. Now, these are the dribble moves that I'm using on this build, so feel free to pause this video and copy down these exact dribble moves. These are the exact dribble moves I use, and I've been using them since the day I made this build. Now you guys could see, I mean, we're able to use these dribble moves without really using the left stick at all to get open on the pick and roll and crab our opponents for easy jump shots behind the arc. I'm constantly using this Jamal Murray behind the back combined with the Magic Johnson dribble style and combined with the John Wall. That way we're able to consistently get open behind the arc for easy threes. I'm telling you guys right now, on the 6'6", those are really the only 3 dribble moves you need against most defenders, and you're going to be knocking down shots consistently. Now, with the John Wall moving crossover, you're also going to be able to get up the court very fast, which is going to keep the defense on their heels, and it's going to make it so you can get easy dunks or threes. Now, of course, for the defense, we're going with a 75 perimeter defense. This is so we can get bronze clamps with the bronze challenger and the bronze fast feet. You also get bronze pick dodger as well, but of course, the main reason why we go with 75 is for that bronze clamps. And that's also why we went with the 45 strength. Now for the steal, we're going to put that all the way up to a 91. And of course, the main reason why we go with the 91 is for the gold glove. But we also get gold interceptor, which is a very important badge on this build. And then we also get gold right stick ripper, which is also extremely important because me personally, every steal I go for, when it's an on-ball steal, I'm always using my right stick. So we get the gold glove, we get the gold interceptor, and we get the gold right stick ripper. And that's going to completely change the way that you play on this build. Really, I like to think of this build as almost like a free safety on the fast break. Whenever the other team is on a fast break, I'm the one that's down on the other end, making sure to pick off passes. And then on offense, I'm always playing up top, guarding the ball handler and going for plucks. You guys can see I get consistent plucks on this build. That way I can get consistent steals for my team. And then when I'm not guarding the ball handler, I'm picking off passes and then hitting threes on the other end. So that's why we go with the defensive stats we go with on this build. You're going to be able to lock up consistently and get consistent stops. The point of this build is to be a perimeter defender that's able to create turnovers on the perimeter. And as you guys can see, this build is called a floor spacing slasher. Now let's get into the second variation of this build. This version, you do not get contact dunks, but you still get the LeBron James dunk package, which is an extremely important dunk package to have in this game. On this version, we're going to go with a 73 stand dunk, and that's because this version is more meant to be an off-ball version. So if you're not running the main point guard and you're going to be cutting to the basket a lot, you're going to want this 73 stand dunk. Trust me, because you're going to get this bronze fast twitch with the bronze rise up. It's very important to have that 73 stand dunk, and you guys are going to be able to get consistent stand dunks off cuts when you're playing off ball with that rating. Now we're going to go with the same shooting ratings with a 92-3 and a 77 midi, and then for the ball handle, we're going to go with a 92 with an 83 speed with ball, of course, for the gold speed booster and the gold unpluckable. And then the 74 pass accuracy is going to give us the bronze touch passer with the silver dimer. Now for the perimeter defense, we're going to go with silver challenger at an 82 perimeter defense. And then for the steal, we're going to go with 91 once again for the gold glove, the gold interceptor, and the gold right stick ripper. Speed, once again, we're going with 86, of course, for the gold speed booster and the gold hyperdrive. And then 99 stamina, just so that way we have max stamina. Now for the third version of this build, this one is slightly different, and this one, as you guys can see, gets a 68 block rating. So you're going to be able to get blocks on this build. This is that real do-it-all version of the build. If you really want to be able to do everything, dribble, pass, shoot, dunk, and get blocks and get steals, this is the version for you. Now, you don't get contact dunks, you don't get the LeBron James dunk package, but you get a 75 driving dunk. That's still going to get you consistent dunks with an open lane. 73 stand dunk, of course, like I said, you need that if you're playing off ball because you're going to be cutting to the basket a lot, and you're going to want to be able to get quick stand dunk animations. With the 68 block, you're going to get that bronze chase down artist, so we really like that. That's going to get us some chase down blocks on the break. And then a 65 pass, like I said, guys, you're going to be able to pass just fine if you're playing off ball with a 65 pass accuracy. This is more of an off ball build that's going to be able to play defense, dribble at a high level, shoot at a high level, and finish. So that's going to be it for this video, and I'm out. Peace.